Morning, guys. It's therapy day. My therapy sessions are about an hour usually. I think this has been a good week, actually. My highlight would probably be walking around the race course by myself without my support persons, my husband. That was a big deal for me, and I didn't have any anxiety. So that was really good. Also, we've organised Christmas with the family. That's always good to get out of the way. And before I started this therapy journey, I gave up drinking. So still alcohol free, which is huge. And my next goal is losing weight. So I've had 2 days this week where I haven't had any sweets, which is really good because when you give up alcohol, I found that I craved sweets. So that's really good as well. And our little dog had a good visit at the vet's and she's lost weight. I just want to show you the view actually because it's beautiful today. Hang on a sec. That's the museum. I don't know if you can see it in the distance. It's actually being repaired. Well, it's been being repaired for a very long time. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm in the Rotorua CBD at the moment, heading to my appointment. So yeah, in this video, I wanted to do sort of a before and after therapy and discuss with you what happened in my session. So the anxiety's been pretty good this week. Yeah, so I'm almost there. So I will check in with you after my session. See you soon. Bye. Right, I've just finished my therapy session. I was going to do a lovely walk on the way back, but it's actually pouring down at the moment. I got soaked. Didn't take my jacket or my umbrella. Yeah, the weather is very changeable at the moment. Right, had a fantastic session. It flew by, actually. We discussed my wins for the week, which I told you about earlier. The counsellor, therapist is very impressed with my progress so far, and then she actually said today I'm an ideal client because I'm at that stage in my journey where I'm ready and willing to do the work. So yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like I've had therapy before and it just wasn't the right time. I was too much in what's the word I'm looking for? I think before, the times I'd had therapy before, I was kind of in crisis mode. So just even getting to the session, I remember one of my sessions, all I had to do was get from the car to the therapy office across the road, and I was so terrified just to get to the office. So obviously if you're in crisis mode when you're in your appointment, nothing's going through here. You're just sort of going in one ear and out the other. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a good place in the moment and I'm learning a lot. We talked about how things are changing in New Zealand at the moment. There's going to be a bit of a change in the procedure, but because I signed up before this all happened, I'll still be have the options available to me that I have now. But it does sound like there's going to be some good things. Like one of the things I want to focus on is losing some weight, just to be healthier. And yeah, there's going to be things available that I can use, like maybe a dietitian or things like that. So that'll be great. But we have to wait and see. That all comes into effect in a few weeks' time. So we're going to discuss that more in the future, come up with a new plan, see if there are any other options available to me. So that'd be great. We also discussed some of my anxiety issues. Like I have problems when I go around. Sometimes, I have issues when I go to a big space like a big supermarket or a big department store, things like that. I can get panicky. We talked about that today, and we talked about going through we have what we call the 4 steps, which I will go into at a different date, I think. Actually, no, I'll do it now. So basically, the 4 steps is what you do first of all is you ask yourself, number 1, what am I feeling right now? So for an example, you could be feeling anxious going to the supermarket. Why am I feeling anxious? What's going through my head? So for me, it could be, there's lots of people in the supermarket today, or it's very hot in the supermarket today. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling uncomfortable. And the next stage is, so how much truth is there in that? Like, for example, I would think, I'm anxious at the supermarket. What happens if I pass out because I'm feeling a bit wobbly? And so the next number 3 is, so how much truth is in that? I could faint at the supermarket. It's never happened before. I have fainted in a shop before, but the chances of that happening are very small. And the next stage is, so what can I do about that? What can I say to myself? Can I come up with a plan? So, I would say to myself, I'm fine, I'm safe. I would use my, Karen, you're 56 years old, it's 2024, you're calm and you're safe. And also for my plan, I could come up with something like, I'm going to go to the supermarket and I'm going to pick up something yummy, a nice healthy treat. So I'm going to go and have a look around, browse around the supermarket. Rather than usually I'd just rush into the supermarket. I'd already know exactly what I'm going to get, grab those items and leave. Which, of course, isn't good because you've got that old anxiety is made worse because you're rushing around. Yeah, so we talked about that today. We also talked about what I explained in my last video about my first panic attack, how I got that when I had sunstroke. So we discussed that. Yeah, it was a very good session. It went very fast. The therapist is very pleased with my, I haven't been eating sweets for a couple of days. I found that when I did eat sweets last week, I went on the scales. I weighed myself once a week. I have a weigh-in. And I'd put on weight. I put on the weight that I'd lost in the last couple of weeks. So I thought, no, I'm not having that. Yeah, so even just having a little bit of the sweet stuff seems to pack it on for me. So, that really helped me with the sweet craving, because when I had the first cravings, I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I'm doing this to be healthier. I want to lose some weight, so I'll be healthier. And that really helped. I mean, I'm having a craving and it's uncomfortable, but I'm not going to die or anything from it. I mean, nothing's going to happen to me just because I've got cravings. It's just uncomfortable. And I had cravings last night after dinner, and I didn't have anything sweet. And I remember thinking to myself, I've done so well. I haven't been drinking. Why can't I have some chocolate? Because am I just not going to have any fun anymore? And then I thought to myself, Karen, why are you doing this? And I said to myself, I want to lose weight. I want to be healthier. And nothing's going to happen if I don't have the chocolate. And I was watching TV at the time, and then by the time I got to the end of the program, I realised, it's bedtime and I haven't had any sweets. So, yeah, we talked about that, and also to be very encouraging with myself. Like when I went around the race course all by myself and I didn't have any anxiety, I gave myself a pat on the back. So, yes, some positive self-talk. I think that was everything today. Oh, the therapy support dog was there today, which I always love. She's a beautiful little dog. And she comes running up to me when it's time for my appointment. And then she sits on my lap, which is just, as you can imagine, I love dogs. So I'm in dog heaven. But I'm going to have to pay for it when I get home because now I'm going to smell like another dog and Ari is not going to be happy with me. Right, I think that's everything for today. So that was a really good session. I was in there for an hour. Talked and talked and talked. Had plenty to talk about today. Yeah, so I have a session once a week. I'll be discussing my next video. I think I'm going to discuss a couple of things that happened in a couple of topics that I learned in my first session, my second session, because I think that might be quite helpful about why we panic, how we go into panic mode, because we watched a little video about that and I found that really helpful. So that'll be my next video. And if you've enjoyed the video, press like. If you think there's something that you'd be interested in following my journey, learning more about therapy, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. And I will see you again next time. Have a great day. Bye.